memories on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have erased mine by being my friend. Like a ship of promise floating by the wind of the sea. And see from my side you in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. When the coming goes the ocean and past me, like wind of the sea, see that peace and see that my mind no more. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. Because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for
Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely brilliant. The Tarbert Comprehensive Choir, folks. We're so proud of them. The choir is made up of both students and teachers and is directed by Miss Kavanagh and accompanied by Miss O'Callaghan. So well done again, folks. That was absolutely terrific. Before I start with proceedings, I would like to take a moment to draw your attention to the following important items to ensure your safety here this evening. There are 3 main exits to this venue, 2 emergency exits leading to the car park, as well as the main front door through the hallway. You've an emergency exit here on my right and one on my left. Aer Lingus wouldn't take me on as an air hostess. I had difficulty with the left and right. You might just take note of your nearest exit, and in case of emergency, follow the instructions of staff, please. At the end of the night, we'd also ask you to leave through the main entrance. Bathroom facilities are located in the main hallway and are clearly marked for your convenience. The venue is a public building, and there is a strict no smoking policy, both inside and outside the building. And if you notice any spillages, you might alert a member of staff or a member of the Parents Association. So basically, I suppose, sit back, folks, and enjoy the night. I will start by welcoming you, if you don't mind. Welcome to the group as a whole, to the audience, to our students, to Mrs. McGillicuddy, the Chairperson of the Board of Management, to our teachers, our staff, to our nominees, your guests and parents. Special welcome to our first-time nominees and to your parents, to the members of the Parents Association, to our special guests. And we are delighted tonight to welcome our Leaving Cert students of 2016. It's the first time we've been able to accommodate such a big crowd. So you're very welcome. I suppose it's great for you that you're given the opportunity to witness the achievements of your peers and to celebrate with them their nominations and their winning of separate categories. But it's also a time for yourself to celebrate your participation in the school. For many of you, it may be your first night at awards night, so if you'll bear with me, I'll briefly explain the events. Most of our senior categories have outstanding winners, reflecting many years of dedication to activities. The majority of our junior categories will have no outright winner, yet all nominees will receive certificates as recognition of their achievements. All nominees, however, whether winners or not, should feel proud of their contributions and the recognition awarded to them by their school tonight. Our awards night is also designed to act as an encouragement for our junior students. We hope that tonight will inspire them to continue their contribution in the years ahead, just as willingly as our seniors have done during their time here. There will be a number of musical interludes as the night goes on, as both junior and senior students will compete in their respective categories in the Musician of the Year competitions. We will also launch the school magazine entitled Rising to the Challenge. This year we're breaking with tradition, and as we have decided, who better to launch the magazine than the students themselves, and they will entertain us with readings as the night goes on. The magazine is on sale within the hall here. It's only €7, it's great value, and it'll keep you going right through the summer holidays. There's some great stories in it. Tonight, our special guests are Mary-Louise Riley and Brian Scanlon. Welcome to both of you. Mary-Louise, or Maz for short, is an Irish international rugby star. She has played soccer for Leeds and Ireland and Gaelic for County Meath. But she's been playing rugby in the second row for her country for several years now. She's 42 caps for Ireland, has won the Six Nations in 2013, which was the Grand Slam year for Ireland, and the Six Nations again in 2015. She plays for Old Belvedere and Leinster. Maz joined us in September to promote the game of rugby with our ladies team within the school. She brought the Six Nations Cup here, and we had a great day with her. Maz also played in the 2014 Women's Rugby Cup in France when Ireland finished in 4th place. Maz, you're more than welcome tonight. And Maz is accompanied by her brother Kieran for support. Our second guest tonight is one of our own, Brian Scanlon from Ballyhahal. Brian played both Gaelic and soccer for the school and graduated from the comp in 2007. He went on to do arts in UL, a postgraduate in Dublin, and is presently a primary school teacher in CBS in Limerick. He tells me he's training the 4th class boys at hurling. They might be better at the football, he's telling me, but he's doing a good job at the hurling also. He's gone on to represent his county, Limerick, as their goalkeeper. We'll try that again. He plays his club football with Joel Griffins, and he has county minor and under 16 titles. He appeared in the school magazine in 2007 under the title of Fancy Footwork. So we're looking forward to see some of that tonight, Brian. You're very welcome. Finally, I'd like to introduce you to our presenters for the night. And like our school community, we have representation from both Limerick and Kerry. Miss Siobhan Fitzgerald is from Abbeyfield and Mr. Dennis O'Shea is from Camp. These two are no strangers to the stage. Miss Fitzgerald is making her 8th appearance on awards night, and indeed lately appeared in my van in Strictly Come Dancing, where she won over the audience with her moves. It's Mr. O'Shea's 2nd awards night. His West Kerry roots have given him a great love of music, and he spent many of his youthful years travelling the clubs of Kerry, DJing. But nowadays his musical tastes have gone towards the more traditional side, and he's a renowned accordion player. And he assures me that he will also show some of his moves tonight. So I'd like to welcome our presenters on stage now. Enjoy the night, folks.
Good evening, everybody. With the year that's in it, it's very fitting that we begin this evening by acknowledging those who made a huge contribution to our 1916 celebrations here at school. I'm sure you may have noticed some of the beautiful photographs on your way in this evening. So without further ado, can I invite Katrina Fitzmaurice, Anthony Hanlon, Amy Austin and Ciara Shine to the stage, please. Now, there is no overall prize for this category. This is just an opportunity for us to recognise some of the contributions made to what was a very successful and event-packed day celebrating the 1916 centenary here at school. Katrina wrote and performed her own song, Dreams Unfulfilled. Not only were the lyrics excellent, but the musical piece itself was outstanding. She represented the school in a national song competition, where she unfortunately did not take home any of the main prizes. She did, however, get herself a free tour of Croke Park, and her father got to do the rooftop tour. Katrina is an experienced performer who used her talents to help the school leave its mark on 1916. Now, Anthony O'Hanlon brought his usual positive attitude and work ethic to his involvement in the 1916 commemoration. He and Christopher Keane both had interesting stories and resources from their local area that were displayed on the walls of the school for our guided tour of Dublin. Aoife Lynch also researched and presented on the women of the Rising and again used her local examples. When the opportunity was mentioned to write their own proclamation, Anthony responded immediately by email, and he did this without any instructions on what he should include. It truly is Anthony's proclamation. His skills and confidence as a storyteller came to the fore as he read his proclamation aloud during our celebrations here at school. Now, Amy Austin, when it was mentioned to the group that a short play may be an option, Amy heard this and just ran with it. It must be said that she is here on stage as she was the organizer-in-chief. However, others in the group also played a huge role, not just on stage, but in the writing and preparing of the play. The group included Matthew Sweeney, Micheál Moriarty, Niamh Torley, and Christopher Keane. The group were always on call and willing to put in the hours after school to perfect their performances. Special mention must also go this evening to Maeve Carmody and Raquel Lorente, who were the sound engineers, and they brought the play to life when they eventually perfected the timing of the gunshots. This was after both girls had mapped out the Dublin walking tour on fantastic homemade maps. And finally, Ciara Shine. There are many people who could be recognised for their creative ideas commemorating the centenary here at school, but Ciara is here for a different reason. In order for the day to run smoothly, the transition years needed to take responsibility for the organisation and timing. We needed them to be strong-willed and to accept no messing. Ciara, surely a future teacher, can be identified as one of the main reasons the day ran so well. She was not just a tour guide, she was the chief guide. When it was time for a group to move, it was time for them to move when Ciara was around. Eileen O'Connor was never far away either, so we want to say well done to all in TY who played a vital role in making the day such a success and one to remember. And what a memorable day it was, Mr. O'Shea, wasn't it?
Indeed.
It was a fantastic day here at school and we all really enjoyed it. So can you give a huge bula boss, please, for the 4 students on stage? And to all who were involved in Comora and Éideag Séideag here at school, I would like to now invite Brian Scanlon on stage, please, to present them with their certs. I'm definitely feeling my age when I see Brian coming forward. Brian, how are you? Good to see you. Very well done. Our next category this evening is to recognise the work of those who volunteer in our school shop. So could I invite forward Evan Murphy, Nisha McFarland, Mary Barry, Grace Leahy, Laura Stack, Kelsey Ahern and Anya Leahy, please now, if they're in the building. Here they come. Now, this category does not have an overall award, but tonight we simply want to recognise with a certificate and to thank these students for their time and dedication that they have given and shown in the running of the school shop this year. So, Bula Bas Mór the Sladina and Storchin.
Good evening, folks. Our next category is Green Schools, and the nominations are Anthony Hanlon, Eileen O'Connor, Rachel Moriarty, and Amy O'Brien. Could you please make your way to the stage now, please? Green Schools is a programme to make our school more environmentally friendly and also to inform the wider community on how to protect the environment for the generations to come. Green Schools covers many different aspects, and this year's theme is litter and waste. And the challenge for our school was how to reduce, reuse and recycle in terms of litter and waste. A committee was set up early this year and the students identified key areas throughout the school which needed to be improved. The committee have undertaken many actions this year and Miss Maloney was delighted to note our paper consumption was almost halved by Christmas, so the Green School Committee would like to take credit for this. While all members worked well with each other and found their positions within the group, there are some who stood out. The students before you, Anthony, Eileen, Rachel and Amy, have been chosen for special recognition. They have been selected for a number of reasons. Not only did each of the students always keep themselves busy, but they also motivated others around them to take action. They were always first with new ideas to drive their project on and showed great leadership skills throughout the year. This is a 2-year programme for the first flag, so we hope to see this committee prosper and grow next year with these students leading the way. Well done, lads. Our next category is athletics. The nominations are Mary Barry, Rachel Moriarty, Niamh Cullen, Sophie Lynch, Micheál Foley, and Sasha Brent. These athletes competed for the school in Munster Indoors, Counties, and North Munsters. The relay team consisted of Rachel, Mary, Sophie, and Niamh, and their super sub, Tara O'Connor, who stepped in on a few occasions. They had many successful runs, placing second in Munster Indoors 4x200 metre relay and winning Counties 4x100 metre relay. Sophie ran a mighty last leg with the help of a few Desmond boys cheering her on from the finish line. Mitch competed in the cross country, where Noel will be delighted to hear he didn't disgrace himself or his family, although on one occasion minor training was just too important, where he tried to get the girls to forfeit the relay to be on time for Kerry for the training. He was stating he's a Kerry minor, as he calls himself, and he struts around in his tight Kerry jersey and his litre-and-a-half bottle of water. As a matter of fact, tonight we have the Tommy Markham Cup, which was awarded to the Kerry minor team back last September when they defeated Tipperary in the All-Ireland Minor Football Championship. Playing on that Sunday in Croke Park were Jason Foley and Brino Shanacon, both former students of this school who went on to wear the county colours in this year's Under-1 football campaign. Cormac Linan, a Sixth-year student in the comp, was an integral part of Kerry's forward line, but unfortunately suffered a serious injury in the Munster final in Killarney. Cormac is on this year's Kerry Minor panel, as well as Mitch Foley. Hoping to bring Tommy Markham back to the Kerry for the third consecutive year, they first have to face the challenge of Cork in the Munster final on July 3rd. Sasha has received the Munster Athletic Awards this year due to her outstanding performances in both club and school. We wish her the best of luck as she competes in the Munster Schools final this weekend in the mile race. The award this year for the athletics goes to Sasha Brent.
Our next category this evening is the Equestrian Award, and the nominees are Aoife Foley, Éanna O'Connor, and Aoife O'Brien. Now we'll begin with Aoife Foley. So Aoife has a great command and natural strength for her chosen sport. She is a strong contender for competitive participation. She displays an admirable desire for success. She has improved her horse riding skills progressively in the last 2 years. She will no doubt continue to be a bright light in the equestrian sports into the future. Aoife O'Brien brings a certain grace and calm into the arena, the same into the classroom. She has become much more self-assured on horseback, and her range of skills are very impressive. Aoife is one of the several third years who are keen equestrian sports people. Among them, she stands out for the consistent way she keeps after the equestrian sports coordinator here at school with reminders. Aoife will also always make sure that our school will meet the deadlines for entry to equestrian sports events. Now, Éanna, this young man has nerves of steel, and he has very focused physical strength on horseback. Once again this year, Éanna excelled in competition. At Clonshire Adair, from a contest with 50 individual entries, Éanna took first prize. He took on those fences and showed outstanding skill. All this he did in a time on the clock that no other competitor could match on the day. The winner of this year's Equestrian Award is Éanna O'Connor. Mahu Éanna. Well done, thank you very much. Our next award this evening is the PE Merit Award, and the nominees are Mary Barry and Laura McLaughlin. A bula boss for the girls and welcome them to the stage. Before we talk about why the two girls have received a nomination for this award, Miss Delaney just wanted to point out that she doesn't want to be accused of yet another blonde moment. I hope I don't have any of those myself either tonight, Miss Delaney, but anyway, she's not going to make any reference to Mary's interest in music, or rather musicians, or Laura's interest in the GAA, or a particular GAA player. Would you like to tell us more, girls? On a more serious note, the girls are here because not alone have they given their all on the basketball court, but they've also been a tremendous help to Miss Delaney and Mr. Padraig O'Crahur. They have given up numerous hours of their own free time since last September to assist in the coaching of younger teams at lunchtime, after school, and even during the Easter break, when the under-14 and under-15 cup teams were preparing for the All-Ireland playoff competitions. They have helped out at matches, officiated at tournaments. Again, many of this was outside of school hours. In fact, they were asked to do anything they were asked to do, rather, they did. Nothing was ever a problem until Padraig's gear bag was left behind in Cahersiveen. But to be fair, it could be argued that this mishap really wasn't the girls' fault. They are both a credit to their families and great ambassadors for those coming after them. Consequently, we would like to reward both girls for their generosity with their time, and so we present Mary and Laura tonight with a Tarbert Comprehensive School Basketball hoodie. Well done, girls.
Our next category is Ladies Rugby. The nominees for this are Myrna Wall, Hayley Betts, Kaylin Healy and Ciara Shine. Unfortunately, Hayley sends her apologies as she was unable to attend. Kaylin is an enthusiastic sportsperson who always encourages the younger players, bringing them along with her. She demonstrated excellent leadership qualities both on and off the pitch, a real mother hen. Ciara is a motivated and driven player. She demonstrates great strength, motivation and perseverance on the pitch. She's a girl who demands results and expects nothing but the best from her team. Myrna Wall shows her determination when she zips and darts around the pitch, running in and out between the opponent's legs, cartwheeling and somersaulting over players to get the ball over the line. On a more serious note, each of the girls played with their club Rugby for the Stole and have a very successful campaign this year, contesting not one but two Munster Club finals. The first one, under-18 Munster Cup final against Shannon, where they lost out by the narrowest of margins in the dying seconds of the game, and the second, under-18 Munster 7-a-side final, where again they were narrowly beaten by Bantry on this occasion. It was following these games that both Kaylin and Ciara were selected for trials for the Munster team, and to date they have managed to retain their place on the panel. This is both Hayley and Myrna's second year on the Munster team, a fantastic achievement, I'm sure you'll agree. Of course, this success is no small part due to the fantastic work being done by coaches and officials in the Slough club. Kieran Riley, who is a brother of our special guest, Maz Riley, is here with us tonight, and he has been a big influence on the promotion of rugby both here in Tarbert and in Listowel. So I think a big boola boss is in order. And back to the girls. The winner for the Ladies Rugby Award goes to Myrna Wall. And our next category is Junior Rugby. Could the Junior Rugby panel please make their way to the stage now, please? This year's Junior Rugby panel are being acknowledged tonight for their success in Munster School B competition. They had only one loss all year against a good Abbeyfield team. Despite that, they came back stronger than ever after Christmas to record victories over Ballincollig Cork, Rice College Ennis, Tralee CBS and Blarney. They were outstanding in every one of those games. The final was played on the Munster AstroTurf pitch in UL and was a fitting location for the brilliant rugby they played on that day. They won that final on a score of 34 points to 7. There are obviously a number of outstanding performers on the team, but in fairness, it was a real team effort. Our hope for the future is that they can continue to develop and progress and achieve future success in the senior grade. Well done, lads, and we're very proud of your achievement. And of course, it has to be said, we're very proud of our very own Mr. Trench, who coached the boys to this success. I think, Mr. Trench, we might invite you up onto the stage here just for a photograph.
Right, go into the middle there.
Stand in here. Kneel down in the front there. Kneel down in front. Kneel down in front. Problems to the back. Very nice. Now it's time for our first musical treat of the evening. So we welcome our first performers in our junior category, Niamh Flaherty and Megan O'Shaughnessy. Give the girls a welcome, please. Now Niamh and Megan are a duet of versatile musicians. Megan plays piano to a high standard, as well as concertina, and is currently learning the violin. Tonight, she will be showing off her singing voice, though, for us. Niamh has been playing guitar for 5 years and has a very impressive voice, as well as being a very talented musician. Tonight, they will perform for you Panic Chord by Gabrielle Alpen.
Get all the things I used to like. I think the birthday card I made. Holding on to memories of you and me, we didn't last a year. We're just a box of souvenirs, 'cause maybe I pulled a panic cord, and maybe you were happy I was bored. Maybe I wanted you to change. Maybe I'm the one to blame. This meant more to you than he did to me. And I was full of doubt, and you believed. And the more that you keep coming over, the more I know it's over, dear. Oh, we're just a box of souvenirs. No, maybe. And I pulled the panic cord, and maybe you were happy I was bored. Maybe I wanted you to change. Maybe I'm the one to blame. And maybe you were just too nice to me, and maybe it took me way too long to leave, and maybe once do, re, mi, and fa, sol, la, ti, do, la, re, mi, the story goes, the story goes, maybe I pull the panic cord, and maybe you were happy, I was bored. Maybe once we felt the same. And maybe I'm the one to blame. Maybe you were just too nice to me. And maybe it took me way too long to leave. Maybe once we felt the same. And maybe I'm the one to blame. No, maybe I'm the one to blame. Maybe I'm the one to blame. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, la, stay. The story goes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, that's the way. The story goes, that's the way. The story goes, and maybe you were just too nice to me. Maybe it took me way too long to leave. Maybe once we felt the same. Maybe I'm the one to blame. Maybe I'm the one to blame. No, maybe I'm the one to blame.
That was beautiful, girls. Very well done. Now, in the senior category this evening, our first performer is Jack McHenry. Now, Jack is an experienced musician. As well as keyboard, he plays guitar and flute, and he's been learning music now for 8 years. He's a member of Tralee Light Opera Society and performs regularly in Chiamsatíre and Tralee. Tonight, he's decided to sing a song in Irish, which makes me very proud as his Irish teacher. He believes it's very important to promote the language. And tonight, he's going to perform for us Riptide by Vance Joy Ascoilge. So, Bula Bas Morla Jack, everybody.
Sí larni hi mes gan ri chalini even sache spree o me hart die de geline stu spirit van me vieta ter onle oh we real die nacht lehi is an achna tida tax macht not tila money squeals lestra achin McGraw who a goniaglina terinition queen and parasimi barton and do this mohits grifa da aig Stu ek hier aberishamach and blasha orden sail o me hart die de gelinate if you bet balu dinig on shelf oh we real nacht lehi he's an achna tida tax macht not tila money squeals lestra achin McGraw who a goniaglina terinition queen and parasimi barton ach rud a bháin tá ún. An bhanig tusa dom. Ach rud a bháin tá ún. Svider lena, elu leis an sail. Leihi hís an achna tída, Jack sa macht na tíla, Madi squilt le sra a chin. Magrahu e goni ag lína, Terin ish an gwina, an tara sé mi bardon. Leihi hís an achna tída, Jack sa macht na tíla, Madi squilt le sra a chin. Magrahu e goni ag lína, Terin ish an gwina, an tara sé mi bardon. Oh, we realty nacht.
Gurmila Mahagad Jack, or there's Vishishin Harbor. Now we're moving on with the Leaving Cert Act. Last year, the following 16 students achieved 500 points or more in their Leaving Certificate exam. And so tonight, we celebrate the tremendous results obtained by Conor Cregan, Chloe Griffin, Tina Gormley, Niamh McLaughlin, Rachel McSweeney, who I see is with us here this evening, Kieran O'Connell, David Sheehan, Jeremy Chute, James Flaherty, Edwina Enright, Emmett Leahy, Shay MacDonald, Brian O'Shanachine, Emma Russell, Emer Torley and John Wallace. Now, the remainder of these students can't be with us this evening due to college exams and other commitments, but just to tell you a little bit about what they're doing at the moment. 3 of these students are doing business degrees. Tina is in DCU doing global business and French. Brian is doing commerce in UCD and Emer is doing commerce and French in UCC. 3 of last year's top achievers are furthering their studies in UL. Conor is doing physiotherapy, while James and Jeremy are pursuing engineering degrees. Rachel is doing primary school teaching in Mary I, and Emma chose a secondary teaching degree in Sligo, which will qualify her to teach home economics and Irish. Niamh hopes to study medicine next year, and Kieran wishes to do biomedical science. The following 5 students all chose to pursue their studies in Cork. Chloe is doing languages, David is taking a degree in finance, Shay is doing architecture, John is doing arts, and Edwina is pursuing a degree in accounting. And Emmett is studying computer science in Trinity College, Dublin. We congratulate these students and their families once again on their outstanding results. We wish them the very best of luck in their current exams and in their future careers. Bula Bas Mór the Slovene. Next is our Junior Cert Academic Achievement Award. So could the following students make their way to the stage? Neil Carmody, Kelsey Ahern, Molly Clooney, Grania Heafy, Amy O'Riordan, Ciara Shine, James Fitzgerald, Roisin Noonan and Rachel Rowlands. Molly, Grania, Amy, Ciara, Roisin and Rachel all opted to do transition year, and they had a busy and fulfilled year. They travelled to France, set up a business, achieved Gaisce, and were introduced to the working world as they completed 2 work experience modules. Molly's interested in doing business. Grania and Amy are focusing on nutrition. Ciara would like to become a primary school teacher, and Roisin and Rachel are both considering science careers. The other nominees in this category, Neil, Kelsey and James, proceeded into LC1 and have adapted well to the demands of senior cycle. Kelsey would like to pursue a career in law. Neil is interested in the area of accounting and finance, while James wishes to further his studies in engineering. These students here before you on the stage, their results ranked among the best in the country. They are to be congratulated for this wonderful achievement. Needless to say, they have very bright futures ahead of them. We wish them well as they complete their senior cycle studies here with us in Tarbert Comprehensive School. May I invite Maz back on stage, please, to present some certs for me. Bula Boss again, Arish. Sorry, first mistake of the evening. It's a live show, excuse me. You can help. We'll hold on to Maz, and Brian, you can take us again for a moment. Yeah.
Our next category here is Poetry Aloud. The nominees are Ciara O'Donoghue, Aaron De Silva, Alana Brent, and Eve Dowling. Poetry Aloud is the national poetry competition for post-primary students organised by Poetry Ireland in partnership with the National Library of Ireland. A team of 14 athletes departed for the Kerry Regional Finals on a chilly November morning last term, bench pressing Yeats and stretching to Wordsworth. The representatives of Poetry Ireland contacted the school after the regional finals, praising Aaron and Ciara for their performances in the junior category and Alana in the intermediate category. Each of these students delivered their chosen poems with great poise, articulation and eloquence, and were encouraged by the Poetry Aloud educators to participate in future events. However, Eve Dowling, an LC2 student in the senior category, won the regional heat and was chosen to represent the school in the senior category All-Ireland final at the National Library in Dublin in December. After putting in such an effort into memorising her chosen poetry, the English department felt that Eve's effort should not be wasted, and so she was recruited to recite one of her chosen poems, Aunt Julia, by Norman McCaig, 87 times, an open night for visiting parents and students. Tonight we would like to acknowledge the time and effort Eve gave to this competition, which was no easy feat, while trying to balance her rehearsals with her studies for the Leaving Certificate this year. And that's it. Our next category is Senior Art nominees, and they are Emma Daly, Michaela Murphy, and Kate Moore. From first year onwards, Emma has shown a love of all things art and craft. She's acquired skills that has honed to a very high degree. Small wonder that Emma is art college bound, and no doubt she will enjoy it and succeed in her chosen field also. Michaela approaches the art room happily most days and is very creative. She is a fantastic addition to the art class and leads with a sense of industry and efficiency. In short, Michaela is considerably better than she thinks she is. Kate Moore is her own person. She has acquired excellent artistic skills and demonstrates unique creativity. She does things her way. Invariably, Kate is the first to finish projects and with a very good job done. And this year's Senior Art Award goes to Emma Daly. We will now present Emma with an art set which no doubt will be used for in her future career. Our next category is National Media Arts Awards. This year, our first year art class entered the drugaware.ie National Media Awards. The work was highly commended by judges, and they received an honourable mention for the school. The theme of the 2016 competition was Let's Talk About Drugs, and Ciara Walsh entered her poster in the 12 to 14 age group section. There was a record number of entrants to the competition this year, which makes Ciara's achievement all the more commendable. Ciara attended the award ceremony in Dublin last week, where she was announced as runner-up in her category. She received her award from Owen McDermott of the Voice of Ireland programme. Tonight, we will say well done to Ciara and keep up the good work, and once again present her with her certificate.
We'll welcome Ciara on. So, where is she? Come on, Ciara, good girl. Bogamidir Nishgudi on Heads Bradamella and Scholarach Squaitluxa. Irish scholarships were awarded to the following students this year: Linda Scannell, Clon McNice, and Aoife McDonough, LC1, if they can make their way to the stage. Tá Linda sa darblian agus is scolard in céad sco í. Tá ansimicice sa Gaeilge agus déanann si sáiríocht i gcónaí lena chuid obair bhaile agus obair scoile freisin. Bíonn si i gcónaí tiltnach na cúpla focail le labhairt agus an Gaeilge a chur chun cín sa rang. Tá Linda ag dul go dtí an daingean agus tá súlagainn go mbeidh si fíor tainmh as. Aoife, tá Aoife sa 5 bliain faoi láthair agus is cailín cliste díogarsachaí a ibrion go dtíon díthallach. Léiríonn si a grád an teanga gach uile lá sa rang, pe obair nó tasca bhíon idir lábhaice. Bhíonn fáinirthaí a gcónaí a chuid Gaeilge a gheabhsú agus tá súlagainn go dúirthaigh an scoláireacht an deis sin de. Buin solt agus súpas an gcúrsa sa daingean a Aoife. So gáimid cógáird agus na chalíní, má sibh agus go n-éirí sa Gaeltacht. Our next category of the evening is the Student Council. So would the following students come to the stage, please? Claire Beasley, Conor Beasley, Maggie Flavin, Quaylen Fox, Anthony Hanlon, Jack McHenry, Brenda O'Connor, Anya O'Neill, Ciara Shine and John Scully. The students at Tarbert Comprehensive are more than ably represented by a group of 14 students who give of their own free time to improve the life for students in the camp. Tonight, we honour their dedication, hard work and commitment. Quaylen Fox looks after the welfare of the second years. Quaylen is wholly committed to improving facilities and conditions for the school's student community. People's person, a doer and a mover. Quaylen organises us all. He's a politician in the making, so Michael Healy-Rae better watch out because he's competition. The third year students are represented by Claire Beasley and Brenda O'Connor, the voices of reason within the Student Council. Despite being busy with the demands of the upcoming junior cert, both girls are loyal to their role as Student Council members. They diligently attend the weekly meetings, raising the issues affecting the third years. Anthony Hanlon, Ciara Shine and Anya O'Neill represent the transition year and fifth year students. Ciara is the council secretary, so her commitment goes beyond attending the council meetings. Ciara also reports to all student concerns and ideas to Miss Maloney. Anya is the council's PRO, and assisted by Anthony, they ensure that the notice board is kept updated on work and achievements of the council. Though not state exam students, all three are very busy in our school community. Maggie, Jack, John and Conor are the Leaving Cert representatives on the Student Council. Maggie and Jack have been loyal, hardworking, responsible and trustworthy since they first stepped across the comps threshold back in 2010. Both have been active members of Kerry's Dáil na Óg, a group of teenagers from throughout Kerry who meet to discuss and campaign for the rights of the county's youth. John and Conor are new to the Student Council, and their valuable contributions have been somewhat affected by the demands of the Leaving Cert. However, they are nonetheless interested in improving life for their fellow students here in the camp. All 10 students nominated tonight are approachable, dependable and responsible young adults who are wonderful role models for their fellow students. They bring a unique dynamic to the Student Council, and it would be a grave injustice tonight not to single out Maggie and Jack for their unstinting loyalty to the school and student community here at Tarbert Camp. They are wonderful ambassadors. We wish them every happiness and fulfilment in their lives away from the camp. Ganari and Táil ever fad. And the certs and all are done. Brian is definitely one step ahead of me tonight. Okay.
Our next category is Maths Achievement, and the nominees from LC1 are Liam Mahoney, Aidan Flahav, Neil Carmody and Darren Kelly. From JC2, Cuiva Kennelly and Patrick Carmody. These 6 students qualified for the All-Ireland finals of the Pangea Maths competition, beating off the competition from approx 3,000 other competitors from across Ireland. They headed to Trinity College Dublin on a Saturday together with 120 other students for a maths exam which consisted of both questions from the maths syllabus and problem-solving questions without the use of a calculator. We would congratulate all entrants from the school, but we would like to especially recognise the 6 finalists here on stage for their great achievements and wish them all the best in the future.
That's it. Oh, she's so cute. Well done.
Our next category, we're on to fundraising. The nominees are Yvonne Fagan McElligott, Aisling O'Carroll, Michelle McCarthy, Nicola Sheehan, Niamh Trant, Kate Moore, Jack McHenry, Colin McSweeney, Finbar Carrick, Grace Leahy, Catherine O'Shea, Anthony O'Hanlon, Miriam O'Hanlon, Holly Kelly, Aisling McElligott, and Grania Moriarty. There is no doubt that we are fabulous fundraisers here in Tarbert Comprehensive. For Concern alone, Tarbert Comprehensive School has raised €199,310 in the last 30 years. I think you will agree this is a phenomenal amount. This year we won Best Fundraising School in Ireland for 2015. The award from Concern was presented by the CEO of Concern, Mr. Dominic McSorley, on March 3rd to Miss Breed Carroll, who received the award on behalf of the school, as she has been the driving force behind Concern fundraisings in the school for the last 30 years. We must say well done to all involved, Miss Carroll, parents, pupils, past pupils, staff, and indeed the whole school community, and the efforts of all here presented in front of you this evening. They are being recognised for their outstanding efforts in a variety of fundraising activities for charities including Pieta House, Crumlin, Lourdes Pilgrimage, and again Concern. The charities that have benefited from our fundraising efforts are Concern, 5,677, Glow Hearts for Crumlin, 390, Bumbulance, 382, Vincent de Paul, 390, Trocra, 149, Crumlin, 3,000, Lourdes, 2,460, Pieta House, 920, Shoeboxes, 800. That is a grand total of €14,168. Congratulations and well done to all involved.
We would now like to invite Mr. Brian Scanlon, our Limerick goalie, to say a few words.
Firstly, I'd just like to say thanks very much for the invitation here tonight. It came as a great honour to be asked back to my old school. Just looking back on my time here, I suppose it's great to get the opportunity to play many different sports, and in particular Gaelic football. I developed a great love for football during my time here, and I was lucky enough to have some great coaches and some great trainers, and to them I owe a lot of gratitude. Luckily, I was part of a Dun-Up Cup winning team. I'm not sure the exact year, I think it could have been 2006 or 7, but it was a great achievement for myself and for the school. I'd just like to congratulate all the students on their achievements throughout the year, and all those being awarded here tonight. And lastly, I'd just like to wish the school every success for the future, and the students every success in their future careers. Thank you.
Now it's time for our next musical interlude of the evening. So in our junior category, we have Eleanor Carney. Eleanor is a third-year student and has been singing from an early age and playing the piano since she was 10. I think Mr. Trench is back. Just go for it. She enjoys traditional as well as popular music, playing guitar and concertina as well as piano. She regularly enters competitions and has won county medals. Tonight, Eleanor will sing and play keyboard for us, performing Hurt by Christina Aguilera.
day. If only I knew what I know today. Ooh, I would hold you in my arms. I would take the pain away. Thank you for all you've done. Forgive all your mistakes. There's nothing I wouldn't do to hear your voice again. Sometimes I wanna call you, but I know you won't be there. Oh, I'm sorry for blaming you for everything I just couldn't do. And I've hurt myself by hurting you. Some days I feel broke inside, but I won't admit. Sometimes I just wanna hide, 'cause it's you I miss. And it's so hard to say goodbye when it comes to this. Ooh, would you tell me I was wrong? Would you help me understand? Are you looking down upon me? Are you proud of who I am? There's nothing I wouldn't do to have just one more chance to look into your eyes and see you looking back. Oh, I'm sorry for blaming you for everything I just couldn't do. And I've hurt myself by hurting you. If I had just one more day, I would tell you how much that I miss you since you've been away. And oh, it's dangerous. It's so the line for you to try to turn back the time. I'm sorry for blaming you for everything I just couldn't do. And I've hurt myself by hurting you. By hurting you.
That was beautiful, Eleanor. Thank you. In the senior category this evening, we have the O'Connor sisters, Isabel and Brenda. Now, these singing sisters are members of the school choir. They are fans of Nashville and country music and wowed us last year with their rendition of a song from the show. They come from a talented family. Their sister Katie is currently on a busking adventure on the continent, as chronicled in the magazine. The song they will perform tonight is entitled Boom Clap. Bula Boss for the Colleen.
Your picture perfect blue, sunbathing on the roof, stars shining as your bones illuminate. First kiss just like a drug, under your influence, coming over, you're the magic in my veins. This must be love. Boom, clap, the sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, just make me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. Boom, clap, the sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. No silver or no gold could dress me up so good. You're the glitter in the darkness of my world. Just tell me what to do. I'll fall right into you. Coming over, cast a spell, just say the word. I feel your love. Boom, clap, the sound of my heart. The beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, it makes me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. Boom, clap, the sound of my heart. The beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, it makes me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. You are the light and I will follow. You let me lose my shadow. You are the sun, the glowing halo. And you keep burning me up with all of your love. Oh, boom, clap, the sound of my heart. The beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, it makes me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. Boom, clap, the sound of my heart. The beat goes on and on and on and on. And boom, clap, you make me feel good. Come on to me, come on to me now. Now.
What amazing talent. Our next category this evening is Senior Girls GAA. So if I can invite Brian back on stage, please. And the nominees are Myra O'Flaherty, Rachel Moriarty, and Marie O'Flaherty. Give the girls a clap and a bit of a welcome. Now, Myra has shown enormous commitment to her football. She is skilled and determined. She is a member of the Kerry Ladies minor squad and is always on hand to help out with Girls GAA here at school. Rachel is a very positive force in Girls GAA, encouraging and organising the first and second years and playing herself with wonderful speed and skillful displays of football. She is a force to be reckoned with when she's moving forward with that ball. Marie O'Flaherty. Marie has spent 6 years with us here in Tarbert Comprehensive. She has consistently played during all that time. And this year, she took on the role of chairperson of Tarbert Comprehensive Girls GAA Committee. She helped to coordinate the recent successful school girls blitz, and Marie ensured the photos were displayed in all their glory on the mall for everyone to see. She is a defender and has shown herself to be always dependable both on and off the field. The 2016 Senior Girls GAA Award goes to Marie O'Flaherty.
Our next category tonight is the Gaelic football. The nominees are Jamie Diggins, Michael Heafy, Jack Healy, Finbar Carrick, and Brian Mason. Brian hails from the Ballydonahue Football Academy that has won everything in sight over the last 10 years. Despite this, he has the undistinguished record of being the only member of the team that hasn't been brought to a Kerry minor trial. Though it's probably just as well, because he wouldn't be able to focus 100% on his studies for the Leaving Cert. He spent one day in after-school study and left thinking there were 2 hours of his life that he'd never again get back. Rumour has it He's so inspired by Miss O'Connor and Miss Milan that he's applied to do secondary school teaching with ag science and business as his main two subjects. Good luck with that, Brian. Finbar Carrig. Finbar started off the year as part of the Ballybunion golf team that achieved national success when they won the All-Ireland Club competition. Mr. Frost said afterwards that he was the best caddy he'd ever had. As a measure of this success, this previously undateable skinny country lad had suddenly found himself attracting female attention. Loads of female friend requests on Facebook and a Snapchat account that has gone through the roof. His band of devotees has grown enormously in the last 6 months. All he has to do now is pick the right one. This is where he needed a bit of advice, because someone should have told him that when it comes to groupies, you should at least pick one his own age. Next, Jamie Diggins. Since Jamie was a young fella, he was quite lucky never to be burdened with the physical traits like speed, pace, or agility. Instead, he was gifted with a physique that has been sculpted down through the years on regular trips to the gym. These qualities have set him up for a career in goals with the Tarbert under-6s right up to the present-day seniors. He has been such an outstanding goalie that he recently signed a contract with a Chinese glove-making company, slipperygloves.com. Now, if you get the award tonight, Jamie, don't drop it through your fingers. Jack Healy. Jack is a very easygoing character and plays his football with Listowel Emmets when he feels like it. Affectionately known as One Direction Jack, he has always led the way in the hairstyle department for years. Constantly pushing the boundaries, he has only ever had one fashion disaster when he overdid it with highlights on one occasion. Rumour had it Luke O'Sullivan painted them on for him. So bad they were, he had to wear a cap for a fortnight after. Now, Jack could have gone to St. Michael's, but there was one major problem. There are no girls there. His preferred second choice was the convent, but his mother said nothing doing. So for 6 years now, Jack has made the trip to Tarbert for his education by bus, and they have been very rewarding years. His charming personality means he doesn't have to rely on a Kerry minor top to be successful with the ladies. He is currently dating a student of psychiatric nursing. The jury's still out on whether she's using the jacket as a test case or whether it's true love. And finally, but not last least, Michael Heaphy. Michael can be described in 6 words: Mr. Dependable, Mr. Reliable, and Mr. Perfection. From a teacher's point of view, he's the dream student. Homework always up on time, standard always high, and never in the least a bit of bother. However, from a Leaving Cert lady's point of view, these qualities just don't rock their hormones. He's a shy lad by nature, and despite his immaculately clear skin and chiseled pecs, he just does not have the confidence around the girls. His chat-up line is, deep down, he's a rebel, and he backs up that statement by saying he was once 5 minutes late for a French class in first year. He'd want to take a few pointers from Jack Healy. And the award goes to Michael Heaphy.
Our next award is Senior Soccer, and the nominees are Dale Mulvihill, Colin Enright, James Ryan, Darren Murphy, and Ronan Hayes. Now, Dale is one of the most skillful players to have passed through the school. He has a fantastic touch and great awareness. He looks very similar to a professional player in everything he does on the field, right down to the way he throws his arms up in the air when he loses possession and doesn't chase back. Very Ronaldo, I'm sure you'd agree. In fairness to Dale, he rarely does lose possession. Throughout this year's competition, Dale scored some spectacular goals at very important times. Colin Enright. Colin has just been scaring the life out of defences in the Munster Schools competition, but he's also doing it every weekend in the Desmond League for Killaney. Colin has the ability to create a chance out of nothing. He puts defenders under huge pressure with and without the ball. Over the years, he has also learned to keep the head when being fouled, but in fairness, he has had a lot of practice at this. James Ryan. In the Ate junior soccer team, James is known as Biebs. It's short for Justin Bieber. James is also a bit short for Justin Bieber. It's okay, James. I'm short myself, and good things come in small packages. When James is not checking that his hair is in place, he's covering every inch of whatever field he's on. He's versatile, playing and excelling in every position he plays in. He captained Ate Youths to the league and cup double this year. Darren Murphy. Darren is another player with great ability and drive. He's very strong on the ball and rarely loses possession. It is a testimony to how strong this year's group was that one of the men standing in front of you today wasn't even guaranteed his place on the team. There was great competition in Darren's position, Ashley Kelleher and Jack Healy, for example. Darren, however, was up to the task and is a great addition to any team. He seems more focused on his game now. It is like a distraction he might have had has left the school. Ronan Hayes. Ronan suffered an injury this year, and that ruled him out of most involvement with the senior team. He had, however, been a member of every team through his years in the school and was a vital part of this team until injury. He's a motivator, a quiet motivator. His big transfer to Killaney may not have worked out this year, but he is currently rebuilding his career. And the 2016 Senior Boys Soccer Award goes to Colin Enright.
Our next category is badminton, and the nominees are Cian Liston, Andrew Dye, Liam Graney, and Micheál Collins. It was another successful year for the badminton team in Tarbert. On stage tonight, we have the members of our senior boys badminton team who won Kerry Boys Under-19 tournament and went on to represent Kerry in the Munster finals. Cian is on stage tonight for his commitment and dedication to badminton, along with his quiet leadership qualities, which were both evident on and off the court. Cian displayed a great level of skill, techniques, and composure, and all through the campaign, it is for these reasons he was chosen to play first singles. Andrew Dye has shown an immense level of commitment and dedication throughout this year. Andrew was a very skillful and quick operator. He had great technical footwork that allowed him to reach shuttles in all four corners of the court. It is for this reason that he was referred to by the opposition teams as the Badminton Ninja. Liam was the joker of the group and brought an air of lightheartedness to the situation when things got tense. However, Liam was able to put aside that on the court and pull some much-needed results for the team, displaying great levels of skill and strength. Micheál was the quiet member of the team, but little did he know that he was a tactical mastermind. Micheál analysed his opponents, discovered their weaknesses, and was able to use this to his advantage in the game. He was quick to read a game on the court and instantly knew what needed to be done in order to get the result. As a team, the boys worked extremely well together. They showed a great level of teamwork and spirit both on and off the court. They did themselves and the school proud. On behalf of the team now, I'm going to present Cian Liston with the trophy. Or plaque, should I say.
We'll invite Maz on stage again now, please. Our next category is Senior Girls Basketball, and the nominees are Shannon Kilkenny, Aisling O'Carroll, Michelle McCarthy, Yvonne McElligott-Fagan, Rachel Finucane, and Nicola Sheehan. Give the girls a clap, please. I'll begin with Shannon. Now, Shannon is the fiery one of the group, never afraid to make her feelings known both on and off the court. Don't be fooled by this angelic face here before you. Our sources tell us that this angelic face regularly appears on Snapchat, and rumour has it that a fellow LC2 student has added the hashtag #1 in Tarbert Comprehensive School. In fact, this particular LC2 student has secured a Deb's date with the #1 hashtag in Tarbert Comprehensive School. Isn't that right, Shane Carmody? Where are you? On a more serious note, Shannon is a talented player whose determination, together with scoring ability, was immense this year. Next is Aisling O'Carroll. Give them a wave there, Aisling. Aisling is undoubtedly one of the most improved players this year and has consequently worked her way onto the starting 5. She's a talented player whose ability to score 3-pointers has been exceptional this year. Sorry, lads, but unlike Shannon, who's keeping it local, Aisling apparently is heading in the Abbeyfield direction. I now know his name. That's my side of the country. I'll have to do some investigating. Michelle McCarthy is no stranger to the stage, having received nominations and awards in the past. She's been playing basketball from a very young age when she was recruited, like her sisters before her, by none other than Mr. Basketball himself, Mr. Padraig O'Cruhur. In fact, they know each other so well at this stage that all Padraig has to do is call her name, and Michelle knows exactly what he wants her to do. She is a very skillful player whose ability to steal the ball from her opponents is second to none, a valuable asset on any team. Yvonne McElligott-Fagan. Yvonne is a determined little player, so determined, in fact, that she didn't hold back in training in a scrimmage for the ball with an individual a lot bigger than her. Now, we'll mention no names here, Padraig. Unfortunately for Yvonne, she came out the worst for wear, but thankfully has made a full recovery. This determination has proven to be a huge asset to her team throughout her time in the camp. Rachel Finucane. Rachel is a great defensive player and is frequently found at the top of the key due to her ability to read the game. She's one of the quieter members of the group who does her talking on the court. Perhaps this is why she has teamed up with an LC2 student who is known for his ability to talk and natter. Larkin, where are you? Yeah, that's fine. Nicola Sheehan is next. And Nicola is one of our post players who can frequently be seen rebounding under the board, both in defence and attack. Nicola is the style icon of the group, having won Best Dressed at Listowel races last September. Rumour has it that a certain individual who frequents the Mermaids has taken a bit of a shine to Nicola. Robbie, I'm just reading it, Nicola. There is no shortage of style, both on and off the court, with each of our nominees here on stage. We want to say well done to you all for your involvement, not alone this year, but throughout your time in Tarbert Comprehensive. We award this year's winner with a Tarbert Comprehensive personalised basketball hoodie. And this year's award goes to Shannon Kilkenny. Our next category this evening is Senior Boys Basketball. The nominees, Cian Liston, Brian Mason, Darren Kearns and Liam Leahy. Now, Cian Liston is on stage tonight for his commitment to school basketball for the past 5 years. He is the all-rounder of the senior team, and his skills are not just limited to basketball, but extend to other sports, including badminton. He's also a very talented drummer. He's an outstanding shooter who is well known for scoring three-pointers and rarely misses free throws. Cian is extremely fast on court and can easily carry the ball all the way from his own baseline and score a layup in the opposition's basket. He's a dramatic player to watch, and the infamous flicking of the hair, go on Cian, show them. The infamous flicking of the hair adds to the drama. This, along with his keen sense of style, is probably the reason when Cian is training in the hall, there's a large bunch of giggling girls at the door hoping to catch a glimpse of him. Cian has his own little fan club, Mommy. Did you know that? Now, next is Brian Mason. Brian is by far the athlete of the group. Since first year, any sport Brian has put his hand to, he excels in. It could be a badminton racket or a volleyball. No matter what Brian picks up from day one, he looks like a pro. Brian, also like Cian, often has the bunch of giggling girls watching to catch a glimpse of him. On a more serious note though, he's a solid basketballer that can be relied on to play any position you put him in. He's equally good as a shooter as he is defender and very quick on his feet. He's a quiet young man most of the time, but don't cross him on the court, especially if you're the ref. Brian's natural skill is a pleasure to watch on court, and I'm sure he will excel in whatever sport he concentrates on in his adulthood. He's a name that we will hear lots of in the future. Now, Darren Kearns is next. Darren has been a member of the basketball team for most of his years in Tarbert. He's not overly confident and has improved hugely in his time here. He's always a solid member of the squad that can be relied on to steal the ball and help make a successful play. He never complains, whatever position he's in, and just gets on with the task in hand. He's a quiet young man, most of the time, but he has been known to get slightly riled on one or two occasions on the court. Last but by no means least, Liam Leahy. Now, Liam is on stage tonight for his dedication to basketball in Tarbert Comp. He never misses training. He's always a positive influence on the rest of them. He's the polite gentleman of the group and always very helpful to the coach. Miss is constantly calling on him to make sure messages are received. That's gas, Miss O'Connor, because he's the one I send for messages too. Liam is very skilled and equally skilled in defence. He is a solid, strong player who has no problem driving to the board. He will definitely be a leader of the team next year. The winner tonight of the award for Senior Boys Basketball 2016 for his talent, skill and dedication is Cian Liston.
Our next category tonight is Senior Rugby. The nominees are Conor Beasley, Ger Stack, Michael McCarthy, Sean Horan and Colin McSweeney. Conor Beasley. Conor has been the backbone of every rugby team here at the school since first year, or so he'd have you believe. He's another one of those Mr. Dependable types and was about the only leaving cert that could be relied on to hoist up the tricolour without making a hames of it on the 1916 commemoration day. He's mature way beyond his years and is often seen walking the corridor between classes in deep conversation with his favourite teacher, Miss Nolan. He's a bit on the shy side when it comes to the female attention and admitted recently not having talked to a girl his own age for about 4 years. Ger Stack. Ger is probably the only lad about the place who has figured out why anyone actually plays sports. The main aim is to make you more attractive to the ladies. And sure enough, when he arrived back to school last September, he was walking a bit taller and had the swagger of a quarterback who had finally hitched up with the head cheerleader. Now, love can have an awful effect on some teenagers, but not our Ger. He was as cool as ever. And apart from holding hands in after-school study, carrying her bag to the bus, filling her bottle of water, sharing his scone at break times, applying for the same college courses, and even composing love tunes on his guitar, he didn't make much of an embarrassment of himself. Michael McCarthy. Michael is probably the only lad besides Colin McSweeney who actually takes his rugby seriously. He's often seen around the streets of Listowel with his gear bag over his shoulder and spinning a rugby ball on his hands. He's either going to or coming from training. He's always name-dropping that he was chatting to Jerry Flannery or having the bands with Axel Foley when he's hanging around the Munster training sessions. Michael dreams about togging out for Munster someday, and if there was ever a quote to really describe him, it would be, "A bad day's rugby is better than a good day at school." Sean Horan. Sean is one of the really nice lads in Leaving Cert. He has been described as charming, adorable, cute, and cuddly like a big teddy bear. They were just the comments from his female teachers. Unfortunately, Sean is unable to attend this evening ceremony due to his participation in a cup final with Glen Rovers. Though it's just as well he's not here because Sean has the tendency to get rather emotional when he's out. If he did happen to win this award, he'd probably burst into tears with his acceptance speech, and we couldn't be dealing with that. Colm McSweeney. Colm has had an amazing sporting year. He's been part of the Munster Rugby Academy and played a minor football for Limerick. He's been so busy that he sets his alarm 6 a.m. every morning to get his homework done. Not only has schoolwork suffered because of his workload, but he's even had to get grinds in career guidance from Miss Griffin. He has a packed warrant to the door talking about this career and that career. She was so fed up of him calling, she decided to subcontract out the filling of the CAO form to one of her own daughters. Anyway, it should be easy enough to pick the correct career for Colm. He's a tough, hard disciplined individual who would be best suited for a role with the Defence Forces. And the Senior Rugby Award goes to Conor Beasley. And we'll now call on Maz Riley to say a few words.
Hi, how are you? The last time I had to say a speech like this with a microphone was at my brother's wedding, and I broke the microphone, so I'm not going to touch it. I might crouch a little bit, so if you can't hear me, hard luck. I'd like to thank Miss Delaney for inviting me down. I was lucky enough to be here back in September, and I met some of the students, so it's great to be back again and sharing your special evening. With the number of awards that we have this evening, it's really clear to see the amount of hard work that the students put in and the teachers as well. It's quite obvious how encouraging and supportive a school it is, and also the fact that the teachers know so much about your private life. So I think also if they ever give up teaching, they've probably got a job in the FBI, I think. For the students who aren't up on stage this evening, I think their contribution to the school as well is quite obvious. With the rugby team that I play on, it's about creating a culture, the same as the New Zealand men's team. They talk about creating a culture where people can just be themselves, but also achieve standards and push each other in a supportive way. And I think that's really evident in the school here today. And for those students who may not be on the stage, I think their influence is as important as anyone else's, and just to recognise their achievements as well today. Finally, just whoever did the school magazine, I'm going to steal your title. We train 3 mornings a week in the gym at 6 o'clock, and we need a poster on the wall to motivate us as we're building towards the World Cup in 2017, which is actually going to be hosted in Ireland for the first time ever. So the Irish women's team have been in existence for 22 years. When they started first, they had to buy their own jerseys and pay their own way to the World Cup. Luckily enough, I came in at the right time when we get the free tracksuit and whatnot, and we're hosting the World Cup in 2017. So for me, I'm going to bring Rising to the challenge. I'm going to have that in the gym in the mornings to look at, and I'd like to hope that I can try and do you proud and represent Ireland in 2017. But also for students coming from the school and whatever you do in later life, I hope you also manage to rise to the challenge. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mez. Now it's time for our final musical performances of the evening. So in the junior category, we have Anya Inright. Give Anya a round of applause, please. Now, Anya is no stranger to the stage and to this competition, having performed last year. Anya is an accomplished harpist who began playing music at the tender age of 6. She plays a number of instruments, including the concertina, flute, and fiddle. She has won a number of county medals in the solo, duet, and group categories, and she's also won a Munster medal. Tonight, Anya will perform for us Packabell's Canon. Thank you, Anya. In the senior category, we have Ger Stack. Make your way, Jack, Ger, please. Thank you. Now, Ger began playing music with the tin whistle at 4. Taking up the guitar at 13, he is a seasoned and popular performer and has featured on T.G. Cahir's talent show, Fesh Agus Blood. He has played percussion with the school choir in the past and competed in the junior musician competition in the past also. Tonight, Ger will perform for us All I Want by Codaline.
All I want is nothing more than to hear you knocking at my door. And if I could see your face once more, well, I'd die a happy man, I'm sure. And when you said your last goodbye, I died a little bit inside. I lay in tears in bed all night, alone without you by my side. Whoa, but if you loved me, well, why'd you leave me? Take my body, take my body. All I want is, and all I need is to find somebody, find somebody like you. Just like you. See, you brought out the best of me, a part of me I'd never seen. You took my soul and you wiped it clean. Our love was made for movie screens. Whoa, but if you loved me, well, why'd you leave me? Take my body, take my body. All I want is, and all I need is to find somebody. I'll find somebody. And all I want is, and all I need is to find somebody. I'll find somebody like you. Just like you.
Fantastic, Ger. Thank you.
Our next category is the Mentoring Programme Awards. Our nominees are Rachel Finucane, Emma Daly, Eve Dowling, Ger Stack, Zoe Griffin, Laura Russell, and Larkin McAuliffe. The journey from primary to post-primary schools is a challenging and emotional one for students. It's a time of change where new routines and disciplines are to be learnt. Therefore, how students are supported at this time is central to their success and development of a friendly and caring atmosphere in the camp. A mentor is a senior cycle student who, with training and support, helps the first year to make the adjustment to school life. A mentor is also a friend, a sympathetic listener, and a role model to whom the first year can turn to in times of need. We are very grateful to the 73 LC2 students who volunteered this year. They enabled inclusion of drama, art, music, and sports clubs at lunch hour. We know from our evaluations that their work is greatly appreciated, both by students and parents. Sincere thanks to all involved. The 7 mentors here on stage who went the extra mile and presented the programme to parents and students on open night were team coordinators and club leaders at lunchtime for the first year students. The mentor of the year is Emma Daly. Our next category is the Transition Year Photography Award. The nominees are Amy Austin, Aisling O'Carroll, Christopher Keane, and Megan Farrell. Each year we do a photography module in transition year whereby students get the opportunity to learn and improve on their photography skills. Local photographer Kevin Langan gave the classes and the students then had to submit their samples of work from behind the lens. The students chosen by Kevin for this award are here on stage before you, and they have showed great attention to detail and creativity in their photos, and the winner of this award will have received a framed copy of their winning photo. The award for Photographer of the Year goes to Aisling O'Carroll.
Our next category is TY Engineering, and the nominees are Aisling Culhane, Ciara Shine, Matthew Sweeney, and Shane Ambrose. If they could make their way to the stage, please. Being part of TY Engineering demands many things from students: their time, dedication, ideas, commitment, initiative, and above all, a great work ethic. For the first time ever, Estella, an engineering company based in Clorglan, decided to run an engineering competition in conjunction with Engineering Week. The theme was water safety, and the students were asked to engineer a device that could be used to save our lives in the water. In all, over 20 schools took part in the engineering competition, and after a lot of hard work and dedication, Tarbert Comprehensive came out on top. The 4 students on stage received €50 one-for-all vouchers, and the school itself received €500. The students involved in Estella Engineering competition this year gave over and above what was required of them. They met on numerous occasions, demonstrating a huge willingness to work well as a group, and also an impressive ability to create such an intelligent water safety device. Watch this space, because I'm sure their water safety device will save many lives in the near future. Much of the work for the competition had to be done in the students' own time. This year's team worked well under pressure as they got off to a bit of a late start. We won't blame anyone there, sure we won't, Mr. O'Shea. No, it's all right. In short, they were a pleasure to work with and should be very proud of their accomplishments this year. We would like now to invite Aisling Culhane to accept the Estella Trophy on behalf of the TY Engineering Group. Thank you. Excuse me. Our next category this evening is Science Olympiad, and we would like to call Andrew Dye to the stage, please. We would like to commend Andrew here tonight on his hard work and dedication to his studies, in particular in the field of chemistry. Andrew travelled to Dublin City University and took part in the Science Olympiad in early March, and he did us in Tarbert Comprehensive very proud. We would like to commend Andrew here tonight and wish him all the best in his future studies. Well done, Andrew.
Our next category is Special Science SciFest Award. The nominees for this category in the junior are Ellen Egan, Ava Kelly, Orla McSweeney, Cueva Kennelly. The intermediate is Roisin Noonan, and the senior is James McFarland and Liam O'Mahony. This award recognises the students who participated in developing science projects this year. These projects were entered in competitions such as BT Young Scientist and SciFest. Ellen Egan and Ava Kelly developed a project called To Investigate If Mondo and Blue Fescue Can Protect Against Coastal Erosion. We're very proud of these girls beginning their science research in first year in the comp. We hope it will continue. The next nominee for the junior category is Orla McSweeney, and her project was titled Can Pollen Cure Hay Fever? Orla has a tremendous work ethic and great aptitude for science. For the intermediate category, Roisin Noonan developed her project Cycle Sense Traffic Motion Sensor for Bicycles. Roisin was both hardworking and punctual, and she was a pleasure to work with. The next category is the senior category. The nominees are James McFarland and Liam O'Mahony for their project Does Water Freeze Faster at Higher Temperatures? James and Liam carried out a lot of research on this topic throughout the year and have developed their knowledge in physics further. Whilst all projects were impressive, we must commend Orla McSweeney and Roisin Noonan especially. Orla is one of many thousands of people in Ireland who suffers from hay fever. Orla developed her project, Can Pollen Cure Hay Fever, as a result. Orla visited beekeepers and even sourced pollen grains from Portugal for her project. Orla found out that by including pollen in form of honey in a person's diet, a person will become immune to pollen causing hay fever. Orla also took part in a project to SciFest and won the junior category ISTA award, and she will now receive her trophy and a voucher in recognition for her achievement. Roisin developed her project Cycle Sense Traffic Motion Sensor for Bicycles because of the increase in cyclist-related accidents on roads in Ireland. Her device can be attached to a bicycle so that the cyclist can be alerted if traffic is coming a certain distance behind you on the road. Roisin got through to the BT Young Scientist in Dublin in January, where she saw and attracted a lot of media attention. Roisin also participated in SciFest in Tralee, where she received an honorary distinction for her project. Well done, Roisin. You deserve a great recognition for all your hard work. And tonight, our overall award goes to Roisin Noonan. Well done, scientists. Our next category is Enterprise, and the nominees are Eileen O'Connor, Maeve Carmody, Raquel Lorente, Anthony O'Hanlon, Amy Reardon, Aoife Lynch, Patrice Galvin, Nicole Fitzgerald, Megan Farrell, Roisin Noonan, Niamh Torley, Amy Austin, and Aisling O'Carroll. Again this year, our transition year students participated in the Student Enterprise Awards organised by the local enterprise office. Students get the opportunity of setting up and running their own business. During this time, they gain invaluable knowledge and can experience the highs and lows of being a business owner. The following 6 groups represented Tarbert Comprehensive at this year's county final in Tralee. They got chosen for their hard work, commitment, self-belief, and of course their enterprising skills. First up is Eileen, Maeve and Raquel. These enterprising young ladies in fact ran 2 businesses, Inspire, an arts and craft class after school in Glen Hall for children between the ages of 6 and 13. They also wrote, designed and published a book, Somewhere Under the Sun. It is a story aimed at children of 8 to 12 years. It consists of old mythical stories from around the world, some adapted and others written by themselves. The illustrations in the book are also their own work. It is a really well-designed professional book that took a lot of work and time, and they should be extremely proud of this production. They have worked really hard, and they have been really committed to making their business a success. The group's varied talents and skills really shone through this year, and they were in the top 3 for overall enterprise award in the finals, but unfortunately got pipped at the post. Next, we have Anthony. This young man is a force to be reckoned with. He is confident, strong-willed, and a definite salesman. His business is homemade jams, AJ's Jams. Anthony has spent the most of the year making jam that is of high quality with no artificial colors or flavorings. He got his recipe from his grandmother, and this recipe has been a huge hit among staff, students, friends, and families. He even contacted Neville Maguire, who sent him an autographed copy of his book and a huge recommendation saying his jam was delicious. We won't mention the life-size cardboard cutout he also sent him on. Anthony has strong entrepreneurial skills, and his enterprise has been a huge success. Well done, Anthony. Next up is Amy and Aoife. These ladies really found a gap in the market and came up with an innovative idea. They produced a cookbook that caters for all dietary needs, vegan, gluten-free, celiac, etc. Their teamwork was super, and their work ethic was exemplary. If a prize for smiling could be given, they would win. First prize. Nothing was a problem to them. Any obstacle they came across, they would come up with a solution and carried out the work in a jovial manner. They have been a pleasure to work with, and their books are still on sale at just €10. Our next group, consisting of Nicole and Patrice, called their enterprise idea Coca Cups. These two ladies have shown how a get-up-and-go attitude can lead to a product success. They took a simple idea of hot chocolate being sold in a jar, but their slant on the product was to have the hot beverage available in many flavors such as mint, orange, Maltesers, and white chocolate, to name but a few. The girls got advertised through various mediums, including Facebook and setting up stalls in local towns and villages, and their affordable Coca Cups provided a great success among the public. Well done, girls. Our second last enterprise group tonight called themselves M&R Recipes. Megan and Roisin have proved themselves to be budding entrepreneurs by running 2 enterprise tasks this year. Their first ideas, Recipes in a Jar, which was designed to make the life of a baker easier by having all the dry ingredients to make cookies, brownies, and muffins pre-measured in a lovely reusable jar, and all that needed to be added was butter and eggs to make the delicious treats. From wonderful success in sales, their business grew by designing a calendar for 2016, which contained beautiful images of areas of North Kerry and West Limerick. Sales were fantastic, and the 2 ladies now know that with hard work and commitment, you can reap the rewards. Congratulations on your business success, ladies. Last but no means least, we have Niamh, Amy, and Aisling from Little Luxuries. These 3 ladies were also fantastic entrepreneurs and decided to make candles, which initially you may not think is very innovative. However, their candles were made from completely recycled wax, which they melted down from old leftover candles that they accumulated from families and friends, and they poured into new jars. These candles were available in many scents such as honey, cherry, plum, raspberry, and chocolate, to name but a few, and consumers were thrilled to purchase the candles at affordable prices. The girls set up stalls and craft fairs, and their sales were very successful. They have learned that if you want to make money in business, then you would be willing to put in a lot of time and effort, as nothing comes easy. Well done, girls, and well done to all TYs on stage here tonight for their fantastic commitment and innovativeness throughout the TY Enterprise Programme.
Can I ask the TY Fauna people to stay on stage, please? If there's any Fauna people there, can you stay on stage for the next award? And can I invite the rest of the TYs to come forward, please, for the Fauna? Thank you. As part of the Transition Year Irish, we set each student the challenge of achieving the Fáinne, which is the gold emblem worn by those who are competent in speaking the Irish language. Treis olbhucháin agus clachta lean ó bhean fórga fiabhra, de bhí na daltaí agus na múntóirí réig agus iad sásta go raibh níhal déantacha. Interviews were conducted in March by 2 Gaelgore, and all students achieved their Fáinne. We're reminded at this time of the words of Pádraig Mac Piarish, Bahatanga Ialauert, a living language is a spoken language. And our TY students have certainly embraced that during the year. Bwalin Kogardagus Gwalo Nocht, Agus Nafani of Ranarha. Now tonight we will just present Anthony on behalf of the group with the fáine, and the others will receive their fáine later. Okay, Gurmagav. Kulabas. Okay, Gurmil Magav lads, is féidir liv sísísanish. Our next category this evening is the Bronze Gaisce Award. Now, I should have asked you to remain on actually, lads, because there are 37 recipients to the Bronze Gaisce. So can I call all the TYs that are involved in Gaisce forward, please? Sorry, that was my mistake now, lads. These recipients before you have completed successfully the 4 aspects of the challenge. They had to partake in community involvement, develop a personal skill, get involved in a physical activity, and finally take part in a venture. Their challenges were as varied as ever, with some new skills appearing this year, like learning Swedish and learning to play the French horn. And many of the old reliables, like youth club leadership and Special Olympics, were still favourites for many. At the end of April, the group headed off on their 2-day challenge. Some ran, some walked, and some even crawled the 52 kilometres to the end line. Fitness levels were very varied, with some saying at the end they would love to keep going for another day and night, and some saying they would never walk again. The night in the hostel saw a first for the teachers. Apparently some of the lads are afraid of heights, and surrounded by the Purple Mountain and Carnthuhil in the background, they decided their bunk beds were too high and put the mattresses on the ground. Now boys, whatever about falling off a mountain, our boys weren't going to fall off the bunk bed anyway. An injury to Amy on the second day meant that a taxi had to be called once we got to the main road. Even though she didn't complete the 52 kilometres, she had achieved the challenge of 32 at this stage. Miss Doyle kindly volunteered to travel with Amy. I'd say that was a good choice, Miss Doyle. Others heard the words taxi and volunteered, but they were politely told to move on. 52 kilometres later, nearly all crawled back onto the bus. We won't mention again the 4 that got lost and were picked up half a mile down the road. Most importantly, all returned safely, blisters and all. Well done to all of you on receiving your Gaisce bronze medals. Thank you very much. Now, next is our Silver Gaisce Award. So we'll call the recipients Catherine O'Shea and Grace Leahy, please, to the stage. Now, the Gaisce Award, also known as the President's Award, has been running in the school since 1997, with thanks to our own Miss Maloney here behind me. Most participants in Gaisce strive to achieve the Bronze Award, and every so often, some bronze recipients go on to achieve silver. In total, over the last 19 years, we have had a total of 8 students who received the silver. Tonight, that is going to be increased to 10, as our 2 recipients, Grace Leahy and Catherine O'Shea, received their medals. Both girls took part in a 26-week endeavour, giving 1 hour a week to developing a personal skill, a community involvement and a physical activity. Catherine dedicated her 78 hours in total to volunteering at a whist drive, practicing karate and developing her skills in knitting. Grace, on the other hand, was involved in coaching teams, baking and basketball training. The girls completed a venture walking trip of 52 kilometres over 3 days and 2 nights. Unlike all other Gaisce participants, these 2 hold a very unique distinction. They are the first Gaisce participants ever to get lost. Luckily, it was at the end of the walk and Kerry Mountain Rescue were not required. By the process of elimination, it was discovered the girls simply took a wrong pathway as they gossiped their way to the end, and they finished a half a mile in front of everybody else, if you don't mind. However, the rest of the team found them quickly as their high-pitched laughter could be heard above the roar of Tark waterfall. Both girls are very well deserving of their award tonight. They showed true leadership qualities over the 3 days. So we want to say well done to Catherine and Grace on a fantastic achievement. Cogarda Gaisce, and now Miss Maloney will present them with their silver medals and their certs. Done already. Thank you, Miss Maloney. You can take, Miss Maloney, you can have a well-deserved break now. And I'd like to invite Mr. Prindiville on stage, please, now for the Principal's Award.
Good evening, everyone. Delighted to see so many of you here. And thank you for taking the time and the few hours to be with us this evening. It's a wonderful evening so far. I want to welcome, obviously, again, and thank the nominees for being here. And I especially want to welcome the students of LC2 who are here tonight, the class of 2016. We've been trying for many years we've been hoping for many years to have a facility whereby we could bring all the Leaving Cert students. This is their last awards night. They graduate from the school a week today, and we look forward to that. And this is probably, other than that, this is their last official school function. So we're utterly delighted that they're here. The class of 2016 have been positive. They have been cooperative. They've been easygoing at times, but that's okay too. That's not too bad sometimes. They're a pretty content lot. But one trait stands to mind about them, and I've told them this on several occasions. It's their kindness, and in particular their kindness to one another, that I'm most impressed with. Especially in the last few weeks and months when the going has got tough and exams and deadlines and all that sort of business has been to the fore. From this year group, I've chosen the recipient of the Principal's Award, a young man who demonstrates many of those characteristics I just described of the year group. I was speaking to colleagues over the past number of weeks, and I had an interesting discussion with Sister Francis one day about how sometimes people can choose to opt out. Adults or students, indeed, from time to time. And maybe there's a variety of reasons people choose to stand back, to not take part in something. Sometimes it might be due to a lack of confidence or shyness. Sometimes it could be due to illness. For whatever reason, they may just choose not to partake. This student perhaps has had cause to opt out, but he's chosen not to. And much of that is down to the great support he's had from home, from his parents and from his family, from his friends, and indeed from the schools he's attended, from his primary school and from the school here in the Cop. And in all his time here, he never sought anything. He never looked for an excuse. He just got on with it. He's shy and he's quiet. He's reserved. He's respectful. He's caring. He made a fabulous mentor, I'm told. He's very sociable. He's outgoing. But you know, he's a bit of a rogue. And a lovable rogue. I can think of no one more deserving for the Principal's Award this year than Ballyhahill's own Luke Kelly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prendeville, and well done again, Luke. Now it's time to announce the Musician of the Year winners. So can I call, please, all the junior musicians on stage first? Could we have the junior musicians back on stage? And who am I asking? Can I ask Ms. Maloney on stage, please, to present this? Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The winner of the Junior Musician of the Year 2016 is Anya Enright. Fabulous. Well done, everybody. And now if the senior musicians could make their way to the stage, please, those in the senior category. Give them a bit of encouragement. And the senior musician for 2016 is the one and only Ger Stack.
Our next category tonight is the 2016 Music Merit Award. The students considered for this award are those who have given their time and energy to enhancing the musical life of the school during their years here. There are many demands on the life of a student, personal, curricular, and extracurricular, and in presenting this award, we recognize the significant contributions and dedication of students over an extended time. It has to be said that this year, the teachers involved with a large group of students they had to consider. The Leaving Cert students who are currently members of the school choir will be sorely missed next year. While the choir itself will lose some of its more mature voices, we will rebuild as these students move on to bigger and better things. This is part of the natural cycle of any group or team. Will be more likely or more keenly felt is the loss of the characters and the unique dynamic that these students bring to the choir every week. When we started the choir at school, we had one idea in mind: to have fun. We have a number of students who have been dedicated, loyal through the years, and most of all, have helped us to make the group what it is: a lot of fun. It is definitely fair to say that no one in the choir takes themselves too seriously, and we all leave our egos at the door, teachers included. The student receiving this year's Music Merit Award can truly be said to epitomize what it is to be a team player. This once shy first year has come into their own during their time in the choir, demonstrating amazing dedication, missing no practice or event, and being the first one through the door every week. Not alone that, but their organizational skills are second to none, and their musical development has been impressive over the years. Where we know we have a great choir lined up for next year, we wait with bated breath to see who takes up the space at the radiator. We are delighted to award this year's Music Merit to Keela Spillane.
Our next event of the evening is the magazine launch. As you came into the hall tonight, you may have bought a school yearbook, or you could get it on your way out. The school has a long tradition of producing a yearly magazine to chronicle the many events that take place over the course of the year, and to celebrate the work of all our talented students and teachers within the walls of the camp. Highlights of this year's publication include wonderful poems and stories penned by our gifted students, as well as the articles and photos dedicated to our fantastic 1916 commemoration. To launch this year's magazine, we would like to invite on stage two of our choir members, Kate Moore and Evan Murphy. Kate and Evan are now going to read some pieces of poetry and prose featured in this year's edition. And we would encourage everyone, here's plug number 3, to buy a copy of the yearbook as you leave tonight.
The Child by Emma Daly. He stared through the pane, drip, drip. The water raced down the street. His mind is blank, his eyes reflecting the scene before him. And I was the one who was captured. His head hung low, his face slowly drooping. A wave of judgment surged through him. Dark clouds overshadowed the bright sun. The room is dark, silent, not a word. But then he smiled. He picked himself up, dropped the toy on the ground, letting the thud echo. His frown was replaced by a smile. Laughter returned to the room. But I still stood there, imprisoned by my thoughts. I was still trapped, longing to be the little boy who cared so little but loved so much. Rise to the Challenge by Kate Moore. My chains were heavy and weighed me down. Thorns and roses formed my crown. The ruler of this prison cell, the mighty queen before she fell. But chains will rust and flowers wilt. The rusted metal shall form my hilt. I'll rise again with bloodied hand. I'll fight for freedom and take my stand. The stage is set, the battle begun. I'd rise to the challenge, but I've already won.
Survival by Luke Carolyn. Nighttime. The snow, the ice. I dare not take my gloves off for fear of them being frozen. The wind howls outside. The tent rattles and shakes like a kite ready to lift. I do not know how long the tent will last. I had to anchor it down with snow in my bag. Jack and I lean against the skin of the tent for extra anchorage. It's cold. No, freezing. I don't really think there's a word to describe such a fearsome cold. All we have for the heat are the clothes on our backs and the small flame trapped inside the glass lamp. I do not think I will survive. The only thing that keeps me going is the thought of you, Margaret, and our 2 sons. Late at night, I can hear the bears move outside. They know we're inside this tent. They know there is fresh meat. I now know what it's like to be caught, a fish stuffed inside a freezer. It's been 4 days since we set sail from the port. It's been 2 days since the ship crashed. We are left stranded in this cold hell that is known as the Arctic. The wind eats our skin like paper. Our toes have lost feeling, and my nose is so blocked that I cannot breathe. I think of the rolling green hills of home, the blue sky dotted with non-snow carrying clouds. I've never felt such fear in my life. I pray to God that I can rise to this challenge, that I can survive and find life. Oh, Margaret, I miss you. To think of you brightens me, but to think of you crying pains me. Never in my life have I encountered such a challenge as this frozen tundra. I hope we can escape this and return home. The first thing I'll do when I enter that red ancient door is embrace you and the children. I love you, Margaret. I love you. Yesterday, Jack and I woke at the breaking of dawn. The wind seemed to have died down. We ate some of the scavenged food from the wreckage. It was cold and tasteless. We packed away the tent. Taking care with each step, we slowly began to trudge through the snow. We pushed and pushed, our lungs burned, our skin numbed. But in the distance was a building, the North Outpost. We ran, dropping any unnecessary weight to speed up. Life. We'd made it. We overcame the challenge and conquered the Arctic. My dear, I'm coming home.
Now we would like to take the opportunity to recognise those who have worked so hard to put the magazine together. So could I invite Isabel O'Connor, Grace Leahy, Catherine O'Shea, Peter O'Donnell, Darren Kelly, Anya O'Connor, Bryony Kelly, Enya McIntyre and Molly Deenahan to the stage, please now. Working on the school magazine is a big commitment for the students involved. It is a lengthy process, beginning in January with the first meeting and continuing well into April when stress is high and deadlines loom. The work involved is varied. Committee members are expected to come up with ideas, design posters, advertise, research and write articles, contact contributors and judge the work of their peers. And this is all before the typing and the editing begins. This year's group consisted of LC1 and TY students who were dedicated and hardworking. What is amazing is that the very students you see here tonight nominated for the magazine are in many cases nominated in other categories too. They are students who truly embody the concept of our school spirit here in Tarbert. Students who readily and eagerly give of their time to the school, working hard to get the most out of school for themselves and to give back to the school also for others. Their hard work and dedication is to be commended, and it is right that they are celebrated here tonight. The students nominated in the magazine category this year were excellent and a pleasure to work with. It would be impossible to single out one student for an award as they are all so deserving. So we want to give them a huge round of applause, say well done to everybody, and Miss Maloney has presented them with certs.
Our next category is the Transition Year Student of the Year Award. The Transition Year programme continues to be a busy and rewarding year for all those involved. Some of the many activities this year included spending a week in France, setting up and running various enterprises, completing the Gaisce Bronze Medal, surfing, the fashion show, the ECDL computer course, first aid, young scientist, and work experience, to name but a few. This year, 48 students have been enthusiastic, committed, and hardworking right throughout the year, and there are a large number of them who are deserving of this award. The student who has been chosen by classmates and teachers stands out as a great all-rounder, always willing to get involved, always enthusiastic and positive, and giving 100% effort to the task at hand. The person is someone who is caring and generous with her time and works well with her fellow students and with her teachers. She came into TY with a great attitude, and this has continued right throughout the year. This year's TY Student of the Year is Eileen O'Connor.
I knew we'd see that man's moves before the night was out. Before we come to the major awards, I just want to make a few thank yous, so if you'll bear with me, please. I'd like to start by thanking our special guests, Brian Scanlon and Maz Riley. We're delighted to have you both with us here tonight, and we would like to thank you both most sincerely for taking time out from your busy schedules to join us. And as a token of our appreciation, I would now call on Mr. Prindiville to present you with some Tarbert comprehensive slate mirrors. Will you come to the stage, please?
Kneel down, lads, kneel down.
No, I'd be afraid I'd unbalance it. Thank you to all our kind sponsors who give us the much needed funds to finance a night like tonight. The list of sponsors are too numerous to mention, but a list of them can be found on the back of the brochure. I would like at this stage to thank Kevin Dunley of Dunley Carpeting for his sponsorship and assistance. His name is not on the brochure. Again, thanks for all your generosity. It is always greatly appreciated. And I would like to take this opportunity to ask you to support your local businesses who have sponsored us tonight. We all know the importance of keeping our local communities alive by supporting our local businesses. To the Parents Association, thank you for your continued support, for the sponsorship of the Student of the Year watches, and for the much needed refreshments which you will get to enjoy very shortly. Thanks to you, the students, for getting involved. Each one of you in your own way have contributed to the spirit of the school. You've shared with us your talents, your personalities, your growing pains, your generosity, your kindness. A school without the extracurricular, cultural and sporting activities is a school without soul. So thank you for your contribution to the soul of this school. This year's move to the gymnasium has brought its own challenges and set design, but I think you'll agree the team have done a fabulous job. Special thanks goes to Mr. Alan Langan, who has spent many hours designing and setting up the venue, and to Mr. Dennis O'Shea and Mr. Andrew McNamara for the time that they have given to getting the stage and hall ready for the night. Thanks to all the LC1 students and TY students for their help. Again, too numerous to mention, but special mention must be given to Tristan Regan, Eamon Mulvihill, Shane Ambrose and Anthony O'Donnell for their help. Thanks to Declan and Donica from D&D Sound and Lighting for your work tonight and for your help throughout the week. To Mr. McNamara, who is broadcasting this event live on the school website for the benefit of all those who can't be with us tonight. And to Mr. Dorr, who is videoing the event. A huge thank you to the many staff members involved in the organising of tonight. Caretaking staff, John and Marius, secretarial staff, Maureen and Bridget, to all of the teaching staff and the SNAs, and to the hardest working group of them all, the Awards Night Committee, again too numerous to mention. An enormous amount of work goes into the organisation of tonight, and tonight certainly would not be possible without your involvement. So a sincere thanks to all involved. Finally, what can I say about our two fabulous presenters, Miss Siobhan Fitzgerald and Mr. Dennis O'Shea. They have done a fabulous job. I think now Claire Byrne and Ray Darcy aren't a patch on these guys. Well done, great job. Thank you.
We're down to the final four. So our next category is the Female Sportsperson of the Year. As with previous years, the selection of this year's Female Sportsperson of the Year was no easy task. We had quite a number of individuals who had been exceptional in their chosen sporting disciplines. So what makes this year's recipient stand out above all others? It is not alone her athletic ability, determination, and tremendous ability in her chosen sport, but also her willingness to give unselfishly of her personal time for the benefit of others. Not alone this year, but in fact since she entered the comp 6 years ago. She has stood out as a leader, someone you only had to ask once to do something and you knew she could be relied on to carry it out. She's been involved in not alone playing, but also recruiting players. And may we point out at this stage that this year we had the biggest number of senior players playing basketball in quite some time, with a panel of 22. She's also been involved in coaching younger players and officiating at games throughout her time here in Tarbert Comprehensive. She's a fabulous girl, and her involvement in basketball in Tarbert Comprehensive will be hugely missed next year. This year's Female Sportsperson of the Year goes to Michelle McCarthy. Can I ask Michelle to remain on stage, please?
Our next category is Sportsman of the Year. This group of lads have been as good, if not better, than any leaving certs we've ever had here in the comp. We have outstanding individuals in rugby, boxing, golf, Gaelic football, soccer, badminton, and basketball. They have achieved success and special recognition for their talents, not only in Tarbert, but further afield. They have been a pleasure to teach in PE classes and have always participated with a degree of enthusiasm, fun, and when the occasion arises, competitiveness. As always, trying to pick out one individual is a challenge, and because of the high number of brilliant sportsmen, there will be lads disappointed. Those same lads had not been in the school. If they had been in school in previous years, they would have run away with this award. The man who takes the award tonight has participated in a variety of sports to a very high level. He hasn't missed a PE class in all his years here. He's highly respected amongst his peers and has also the temperament, mental strength and discipline to carry him to a high level in whatever direction his sporting career will carry him. The Sportsman of the Year 2016 is Darren Murphy.
Can I just invite Maz back on stage, please, for a group photo? Thank you. Leave down the glass now. Call on Mr. Prindiville now again, please, for the final two awards of the evening.
Thank you, Siobhan. If only they put a box out for me when Maz and Brian took the photograph. I normally tend to avoid tall people, but there was no avoiding that, I'm afraid. I want to thank some groups of people that I asked Miss Maloney to leave out because I just wanted to emphasize it before these two awards. First of all, my staff. They're an amazing crew. They give of their own time, lunch times, after school, weekends in Clonshire, you name it, and they ask for nothing. And they only do it knowing that the students will gain. And they'll stand at a rain-soaked pitch, training at lunchtime. They'll go without lunch at basketball in the gym, and they'll do it for the students. And the only thing they gain themselves is the satisfaction in knowing that the students benefit from it. I work with amazing people, and I want to thank them for all that they do. As I mentioned some moments ago, it's a very difficult time of year. It's a stressful time of year for everyone, the exam students, other students preparing for summer tests, and the teachers are under pressure too. And at the busiest time of the year, with orals and practicals and projects due, slap bang in the middle of it is awards night, the most important and probably the biggest night and the biggest day that takes a huge amount of preparation. What you see around you and what you saw on stage tonight didn't just happen this week or last week or this month even. It's been in preparation since Christmas, easily since Christmas. And there have been, again, a dedicated staff who have ably assisted and volunteered time to go behind it. But I'm sure they won't mind me saying that one person has led the charge. And she has done it, even though she's a young family herself at home. She has given up hours and hours. There's nights I know she hasn't slept. She tells me there was a refill pad beside the bed when she woke up in the middle of the night to jot stuff down that she might have forgotten. But she's put on another great show tonight. I'm sure everyone will give a big bull of bus to the person responsible, Miss Jovita Delaney. Well done. So now we come to the highlight of the evening. And just to let you know how our students of the year are chosen. Some weeks ago, our Leaving Cert students and Leaving Cert teachers came together and were asked to nominate one male student and one female whom they felt had been responsible throughout their time here, were cooperative, were pleasant to deal with, were studious. They may not always have got the A, but they worked to the best of their ability, whatever their ability was. They participated in the life of the school, and they contributed. They gave something back. They overall, I suppose, wanted to choose people who would best represent their class, their year group, the class of 2016. And we have two winners. And before I call those winners, I'd ask Mary Chute to come on stage. Mary is chairperson of the Parents Association. And I know Leila has thanked them already, but I want to thank them again for all the Trojan work that they do. And that executive committee have met throughout the year again. There are so many of them, I don't want to leave any of them out. You know who you are, and they give of their time, and it's a thankless job. But you know what? I'm thanking them tonight because they put so much effort in place and done so much throughout the year with bingo, a bingo event, and with a fashion show, and it's all volunteer. It's all volunteer. It's in their own time. And I want to thank the Parents Association for that. Tonight, our winners will receive a trophy and a certificate. They'll receive a watch to the value of €150, sponsored by the Parents Association. Each winner will also share the Maura Dalton trophy between them for the year. And so to the winners, and ladies first. This girl has been hugely active in the school for the past 6 years. She's been on stage numerous occasions tonight. She's been involved in so much on the student council, mentoring, help promoting school, you name it. She's got stuck in, she's got involved. She's very positive by nature. extremely pleasant, bubbly. In fact, it was only 2 days ago, I met her and a group of girls coming from the D corridor at the end of the 11 o'clock break, singing, just in complete and utter verse. I've never seen anyone sing into a class before, but they did it. She's happy, she's enthusiastic. Ladies and gentlemen, the Female Student of the Year for 2016 is Maggie Flavin. Male Student of the Year. I can only describe him as an all-rounder. He's been hugely active on many school sports teams, including rugby and Gaelic football. He's passionate about both of them and hugely committed to them. He's a bright young man who's well-grounded, sociable, ambitious, but modest. And you know, he's well able to mix it up. He can take the demands of study and a leaving cert just as well as he can take the demands of a sport and getting involved with that. I'm told he's intent on studying business and technology after school, and I read his personal profile, and he tells me in his personal profile that one day he'd like to work for Apple and work his way up the ranks. So the CEO of Apple, Mr. Tim Cook, watch out, there's a new kid on the block and he's on the way. Ladies and gentlemen, the Male Student of the Year for 2016 is Colin McSweeney. Now, we always like to show you how confident they are. So we normally ask them to say a few words. And ladies first, I suppose. Maggie, come on over. I'll let you say a few words.
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that voted for me, the students and the staff. I've enjoyed my 6 years here so much. My life has been totally blessed by attending this school, by all of my fellow peers and my teachers. You've encouraged me and supported me so much throughout the year. And I wouldn't be able to stand up here and be the person that I am without you all. I know all of you guys will go on to do some amazing things in the future, and I just can't wait to see what life has in store for you all. So thank you so much for the last 6 years of my life, and just best of luck to you all.
Firstly, I'd like to thank Mr. Trench for the comments earlier. I think it's fair to say that your jokes are about as good as your fashion sense, sir. Secondly, thanks to Mr. Prendeville and Ms. Maloney for all the lovely things you said there. And thanks to everyone who voted for me, and thanks to all the teachers as well. I don't think there's any need to say how great this school is. It was really reflected here by the performances on stage tonight, from the poetry reading to the choir, and everything just was incredible. Like, and it just reflects back on the staff and the teachers here. Like, the work they put in is tremendous. Like, so, no, just thanks very much. I've had an incredible 6 years. Like, I think definitely the best year of my life was TY, and it's going to be hard to beat. I've made incredible friends. Thanks very much, lads.
You've chosen wisely, class of 2016. You've done well. That's it. It's been a great night. It's been great to be over in the gym, and I think we'll keep coming back to the gym. I think it's worked well. Ladies and gentlemen, the Parents Association have refreshments down the back. We'll hope you'll stay and have a chat for a while and relax. Safe home, everyone. God bless. Thank you. Can I have one more? Can the sports people come back up for some photographs? Thank you. If any individual wants a photograph with the Tommy Markham Cup, it's here as well. People can do that here. Am I done?